We good?
Perfect, yo.
Yeah. Let's go. We in it. Where was that?
We doing it. Start from the top.
Bet, let's do it.
1, 2. Welcome.
What's good?
Today we sitting here with a guy that I know personally. He's a stand-up dude, childhood friend of mine, a father figure, one of the most realest people I know. He's a brother of mine. If you didn't know, now you know. D-Dubs the Great.
What's good, Mugalaza? What's good, man?
How you feeling, man?
Man, man. Happy New Year's, man. First of all, God is good. God is good. So far, everything good, Mugs. Everything good. One day at a time, man. One day at a time.
That's right.
One day at a time.
I know where you from.
Yeah.
Let's let the others know where you from.
Well, from Brooklyn, man. Bed-Stuy, do or die, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we right there in the heart of Bed-Stuy, man. So it's like
Brooklyn.
We right there all day. We know we from. Yo, Mo, the specs all right?
Oh yeah, you look
all right,
good.
Let's get it. Let's talk.
All right.
Let's get this done.
So coming from Brooklyn, who was your early influencers?
Oh man, most we come from the same hood. So you had the like I said, you had the drug dealers, man. You had them dudes first of all. You see them cats, but with the MPVs and stuff like that, and the jury and stuff. So just that lifestyle. Not saying selling drugs per se, but just that way they carry themselves, yes. It was something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying?
That picture of that picture, everybody seen that picture, and they was like, I gotta be like that.
Yeah, because that's around that time, that's when the Run DMCs and them came and stuff like that. So then, the entertainers came. I looked up to them like Run DMC and LL Cool J and KRS One. And then like I say, we come from where our area where we from. We from birthplace of Biggie, you know what I'm saying? So Biggie was like our people, you know what I'm saying? We know him personally, you know what I'm saying? Mo saying, but where we lived at, you could see Spike Lee's sister. She lived on Grand Avenue. Daddy O lived right down the block.
Spike Lee was in
Fort Greene, you know what I'm saying? But his sister lived on Grand Avenue. Yeah. And Daddy O lived right down the block from you on Irvin. Yep. So we had that. You could probably walk in any store and see a Talib Kweli. So we come from, a lot of people just seeing certain things like that.
King.
Yeah, Big Daddy LG, Big Daddy Kane. So you still, you see them type of people that those are like influences on us. That we can make something happen.
All right. Let's get to the $1 million question.
What's good? Talk to me.
We all been waiting. How did you meet Jadakiss?
Oh man, I met the dude through this dude named LD. They call him 2 O's now. He be with he a driver for Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kiss was cool. I mean, me and LD was cool. You know what I'm saying? And he from the hood. He from Clinton Hills. So, he had got an opportunity to drive Kiss around because one of the other Junior Mafia members named Banger. Mm-hmm. He had started a car service, and LD, he gave him a job, and so like driving. Basically, before he started driving Kiss, I guess he was driving doctors, lawyers, and stuff around after the business, the people they catered to.
Okay.
So, from that point, he started driving Kiss, and me and LD used to talk all the time on the phone, and eventually me and Kiss, I got my introduction through him through Kiss to Kiss. So that's about it. Yeah.
So, what was the introduction? Like you talked to him on the phone, like.
Yeah.
All right, did you personally meet him yet?
No, good question. No, it didn't happen like that. LD was basically, he was more like, me and him talked on the phone every day. You know what I'm saying? When I'm at work, because I had to drive a truck for this French company, so I had opportunity to talk to him all the time. But he'd probably be on a route with Kiss, and him and Kiss, taking away he need to go. And I'm pretty sure, Kids probably is more like, who the hell is this nigga talking to? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if somebody drive you around most, like, you like, damn, like you a celebrity, but this nigga on the phone all day. So who is he talking to?
Yeah, I got you.
Because you don't want nobody knowing where you live at, your routes, and you can be setting me up. So I don't know.
You just noticed that every time you turn around, 2 O's was on the phone.
Yeah. He probably, and I don't know what.
I
don't know what he probably was saying to him about me. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, he must have been telling him that this is my boy Dubs, you know what I'm saying? He's the one with Big, caught his first case with Big and stuff like that. He's the one with the Mafia back in the days. He do his thing in the hood. So I guess one time he had he had to be, Kiss was dead, and he had, I think he's Kiss from the background. And it's like, yo, see, I'm on the phone with Kiss now, you on speaker, dubs. So I like, oh, yo, Kiss, man, what up, man? You know I like your music, man. Yo, you one of them ones, man. I told Kiss at that time, I said, yo, because you know I stopped drinking for like, it's been like 13 years probably now, 14 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
thanks, man. So he was more like, I said, yo, listen, I know it's been, I was in the program, and I said, really, just because we paid the song you made, I listen to it every day, and that's like the introduction I had to him. So from that conversation, the first time I probably spoke to him.
So, when was the first time you met him?
He came through. He came through one time. I don't know the exact date, but he came through. The first time I actually seen him and met him, LD brought him through. I don't know what they was in Brooklyn for, but LD had called me one day and said, yo, yeah, you the dogs, your man, your boy Kiss out, because we had spoke a few times on the phone, you know what I'm saying, after that first introduction. So he came through, and LD called me, he's like, yo, dogs, you Kiss in the hood. I said, where? I said, well, I'm on my way to Brooklyn now. When I got there, I see him. So when I met him in the Triangle, right? You know the Triangle in our hood, so I met him out. When I came through, he was in the Triangle, he's chilling. Qual and all my little cousins, them niggas was playing cards and dominoes, and niggas was hustling out there. Every day, you know how the Triangle is, most. So much going on out there. And he was there.
Pretty much, especially the weekends, it was always lit.
Yeah, he was there. And I came through, I got a little introduction. It was nothing out the way. It was like, yo, what up, kids? Yo, it's my boy Dub. Like, all right, man, it was good. I guess we sized each other up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, LD probably was giving them the word about, just that dude Dubs. He prominent in this area. This area right here, Grand, putting them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always hold my own more. So,
got you.
But it was like that. So that's the first time I met him, when he came through.
How was the hood interaction when Kiss was out there?
Man, they it was settled. Niggas in our hood ain't really, I mean, the media niggas ain't dick riders, man. But niggas respect it. Ain't like everybody just sitting there trying to, the real players, like, trying to build up on them. Niggas still, like, Qual niggas still playing dominoes, Kiss over there, I bet.
They really wasn't affected by his celebrity status.
Yeah, because like I said previously, most know where we come from.
Yeah.
It's nothing for you to see.
It was, yes.
Chuck Rock was living in our hood, or somebody like that, or we had the Uns, the Bucks,
it was
big.
Always past. It was good.
Yeah, it was always celebrity.
Yeah,
it was always celebrity. We had boxers, Kid Chocolates to run up the block, talking about he gonna be the next champion and all that, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he's from, but I'm just saying, like, so everybody was cool, but you had some people that were just walking through that noticed Jadakiss, they showed them love. Yo, that's Kiss. And they took their little pictures and stuff like that, and it was love. It was love. He was comfortable.
Okay.
Nigga, they're not there trying to.
So that was the first time he came to the hood, and your first time you met him personally.
Yeah. It was cool. Everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? The first time I met him.
Did he ever come back to the hood again?
Man, he came. Man, after that day, I think he felt so good. He made BK like his second. Our area like his second home. Because it was just comfortable. Our hood is comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying, Mogs? He came back through. Another time he came back through. Another time he came back through was when he did the first time he came back through. LD and them did a video called Summer Breeze.
Okay.
They did a video. So I'm trying to put the time out because he's been coming back so much in the hood.
Hey, we here. Take your time.
Yeah. I got you.
Take your time. We here. We got all day for this.
I got you, man. I got you. Thanks for the opportunity. So the first time, it was like, I think it was the Summer Breeze video they came through, and they showed them mad love then. I mean, listen, your Morgs, they showed them so much love, man, right? The police, when you shoot a video, you got to have a permit to block the streets off and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, they when he came in front of Big Stoop, mind you, that was the first time he ever been in front of Big House. So, like I say, this the first time like he actually been in front of Big Door. Did songs and all that with Big, but he never been in the hood.
Where Big lived at.
And he hugged the door, And police came, they seen the commotion, cause Kiss was shooting a video out there, and they blocked the street off.
For him?
Without a permit. Them shit, they gave him mad love. Like I say, it was mad love. Even police were taking pictures with him and all that. So it was a good day. It was a good day. I didn't really get a chance to interact with them because they was working. I was, me, I'm in the cut.
Standing in the background.
Yeah,
scoping out the scene.
Yeah. He good. He comfortable. So that's the second time he came. I think the third time he came, Styles P, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy, they had they opened up a juice bar on Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Okay, I know that.
That's the style. That's deep in the style. That's
past
deep.
notion. Yeah.
Past notion.
Yes.
Yeah. So they left that event and they came through. So because coming from that way, you gotta come through our way to go to the bridge to get out of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We like the beginning. So LD calls your dogs, man, nigga. Your boy Kiss come through. I was like, well, I said that's what's up. Cause now at this time we kind of know each other. We talked on the phone a few times, and laughed and joked and stuff like that. So he came through, and when he came through, Mokes, I'm like, me, Mokes. I'm like, yo, y'all need to ante up. The great raspy one coming through. You know what I'm saying? This is how much love I was showing this dude. Because I was just excited to even consider him, for him to even give me the opportunity to the way, not saying give me the opportunity, but for him to embrace me the way he did was like, it was. I was overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying?
It was one feeling. It was yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So and then like I say, previous to the times we had talked on the phone through LD, I came to find out our birthday the day apart.
So you saying when I came back, came back after the juice bar. That was like the third.
That's like the third time. Like the third time.
Y'all seen each other. And what was that night like? How was that night like?
Dude, that was cool. Like I say, he came through. LD called me. He like, yo, Dogs, man, we coming through. We just came from the juice bar, grand opening. I said, I bet. So I say, I told niggas in the hood, you know what I'm saying, and I was like, yo, Kids coming through. So Kids came through, and I was like, yo, that's when he jumped out the car, further down by Cambridge. I said, oh, snap, the great raspy one. Look at the great raspy one. So we laughed and joked. I said, listen, come on, man, the great raspy one here. Y'all niggas gotta ante up, man. Get the nigga a bottle or something. We gonna, I don't drink, so I put $20 in it. Just to give him that welcoming feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the hood feeling.
The hood feeling. You know what I'm saying? So he came through and
because we spread love to Brooklyn.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? More. So I'm like, yo, we showed that man that much love, and he came through, and I went and got the liquor. They came back, niggas kissed it out there, they drunk, they had the cups and stuff. And like you say, people started forming it up, and he chilled for a while. He chilled there for a while. So, that's the third time he came. You know what I'm saying, Mokes? And we was just kicking it. We was all out there kicking it. We took pictures. We took a group picture that night. Yeah, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I still got the picture. So we took a group picture. He talked to I was trying to, remember Ron Roy was rapping.
Okay, Ron Roy, yes.
That Ron Roy's a local rapper from my neighborhood. He tried doing his thing, and you know what I'm saying, like that. And I used to always be the mouthpiece for him. I'm not managing this dude. You know what I'm saying? Roy, he's my little man. So I try to take advantage of the opportunity by me even knowing Kiss at that time to introduce him to Ron Roy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because like you say, we come from, we got the Bucks, we got the Uns, we had celebrities that's from our neighborhood.
That was in the neighborhood.
That was in the neighborhood. Daddy Opa, this is years later. He don't move.
In the block of...
Yeah, but he don't move though. I'm pretty sure if he was there, he would have heard talent.
Give him a listen.
And probably took him in because he had a studio there in the block from where you live on Irving. So I introduced him to Ron Roy, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was nice out there. Introduced him to my boy Ron Roy. And I'm like, yo, Kids, this is my boy Ron Roy right here, man. He's one of the local talent right here. This dude is nice, but you know what I'm saying? And, and everything like that. So he just need he needs some guidance, you know what I'm saying? And, hopefully you can work with him, you know what I'm saying? Or just try to figure him out, you know what I'm saying? And help him out. And listen, Kiss was like, yo, listen, man. I said, but basically before I get to that part more, I was like, yo, listen, It's not about no money or nothing like that. You know, I'm not asking you to sign him or nothing like that, but just like, you know, if you could help him out or give him a trial run, you know what I'm saying? Meaning to a point where he could sign. If you was to offer a contract, he could sign. If you work with him, he could sign a contract stating that if people to pop off or and start getting the buzz or by your mentorship, if something was to work that way, the contract would state that he would have to sign to you.
And and I can see also the artists putting in the work before they get signed to see what kind of buzz they can get.
Thank you.
Because he's really jumping out on a limb. You get what I'm saying? Don't sign him. Let me see what you could do first.
Yeah,
let me see what kind of quality music you can make.
Thank you. Just see how we can work it. So, but you know, I guess Kiss was really wanted. Like I said, in that moment, you know, me learning him, you know what I'm saying? He was mostly like, yo, it's always about the money. You see what happened to me and Puff, Daddy and us, you know what I'm saying? You see how he jerked us with the money, and you see we went through a Puff.
At the show backstage, you said find out what it was.
But don't sit here and portray like Puff took nothing from y'all.
What is it then? What is it? What is it?
This damn third, he said, yo, listen, man, you know, I'll sign you. He said, I'll sign you, you know what I'm saying? You just, you could, the contracts would be all, everything would be worked out, you know what I'm saying? You can bring your lawyer to Yonkers and you could look over the contract. He said, basically, he told Ronway that night he'll sign him.
So what you trying to say, Kiss said he was going to sign him?
He said he was going to sign that man. Listen, Muggs, you remember Muggs. When I point out to you, I said, look at you, look at my boy. After everything, when Ronway went on Facebook, was like, yo, whoever thought I'd be signed to the Great Raspy one? Because I took a picture of them two after we had that conversation. So after we had that conversation, and Kid said he was going to look out, and we come to Yonkers, he'll sign him. I said, well, let me get a picture of y'all. And then you see the picture, you're going to see a picture with just, Ron Roy and Kiss. And that's when Ron Roy put that on Facebook. He's like, yo, man, listen,